In the last episode, we found ourselves in Bolivia, but didn't know that. Um, Talked about it possibly being Kyrgyzstan, then moved over to South America based on destination signs like these, examined political graffiti, saw an unusual roadside, possibly memorial like this with crosses, more than one cross, one, two crosses, flowers, and these little arcs or mini temples. Very, very unusual place. I definitely feel like taking a photo here and sharing it with the community of people who are into this virtual travel and sharing weird places. Until then, oh yeah, our guest was I forget already. Colombia. Colombia, big country, had to play the numbers, but Colombia is not even close to Bolivia, and that's a loss. Let's do one more, see if we do any better. Alexa, start the timer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, starting now. As I've been saying, places start looking really familiar, and not necessarily because um, the app is dropping us off in the same locations as before, although that had happened, but maybe because the world is smaller than we think and places do look alike, one or the other. This reminds me of, my gosh, Chile? Either Chile or Peru, which would not be far at all from where we were last in Bolivia. I would be the same Andes on the same continent of South America. And look at that, the road ran out. We have to go the other way. So that right away tells me that no, I have not been to this location. And the fact that this looks familiar, I should not take that to mean that I've been here and use past experience to make the call, which means I will probably get it wrong, but initial impression is South American Andes and one of the countries that share them. We will see if we can get a little firmer on that guess if we see any writing, any signs. Government signs are the most helpful. Sometimes they explicitly name a country. Sometimes they have a flag. So knowing flags help. Sometimes the flag is faded. And when the flag is faded, you kind of have to use imagination and the general geometry of flags to get somewhere. This road can end quickly. It's getting narrower and the pavement is not. Okay, here we go. This should have some good information. If it's all Spanish, then. But it's not. It's not Spanish. Number of vehicle one at a time. Okay. All right, so we're not in South America. All right, let's work on this. This can be Indian, Bangladeshi, Sri Lankan. Name of bridge. A stupid Google watermark is getting in my way. Pamgma Chu Bridge. Chhhu Bridge. Span. In feet. The span is in feet. Who uses feet? And it's in English. Load capacity 18 metric tons. Type of bridge Bailey Bridge. Speed limit kilometers 10 kilometers per hour. Funny. Year of construction 2002. They use feet and kilometers. It's just goofy. Number of vehicles one at a time. If I knew Southeast Asian scripts better or South Asian scripts better, this would probably be a dead giveaway because this looks very distinct. It does not look Hindi. We are probably not in India, but Bangladesh, Sri Lanka look all right. I would guess this is the continent of this is the continent rather than the island of Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, we've been there a couple times. And notice how prevalent English is. All official information is in English. Well, it's in the local language, then in English. But when it's only in one language, it's just in English. So whenever they want somebody to be cautious, they fall back on English. That is probably an important piece of information. This can be Bangladesh, and I'm trying to think what other countries in the region belong, were our former colony or belong to the Commonwealth and would be influenced by English. Is he waving? If he's waving, I need to take a picture. Let's say he's waving. I'm taking a picture. Always taking a picture of people waving to the Google car. Sometimes it works better than others. Keep clicking the button. No picture is happening. And now I lost the kid. Wasting time. Hi. Hi. All right. Picture taken. Do people look Sri Lankan? Not necessarily. All right. So can it be Thailand wouldn't have English as their as their main official language? What else is there? Burma. Never been to Burma, but I don't think it has any Google Street View coverage. Fairly closed up country. It's not very open to tourism or Google, as far as I know, as far as I can tell on the map. Um, what other countries are there that can be English based? Can it be the Philippines? Yes, it can. I think the Philippines have good use of English. I don't think it's one of the official language. Hello, dog. Uh, Dog's running away from the Google car, showing the way. Let's see how quickly we can get downhill if we can find anything else. I think that writing, I should have stared at it a little longer to see if it jogs anything in memory. I like the writing and the presence of English language for Bangladesh, but the look of the people is not what I would associate with Bangla with with that country. They look more Thai, Laotian, Cambodian look to them, and of course, faces blurred. The clothes were sort of westernized, weren't they? Which may be consistent with the English language in some way. What is this? Flags. That is an interesting sight. Is this a boat? A dry land boat? Masts? Interesting. I think there's a meaning to this that I'm not grasping. There are things on top of the poles. And there's more of them. Definitely need to take a picture of this and show it to the people who care and maybe know what these are. Never seen anything like this. The mountains are fairly steep. Are these? Can it be Nepal? Can it be Nepal? And can it have so much tourism, Everest related tourism, that it needs so many English language signs, or so that it needs English to be so prominent? I think that's a decent idea. They took their shoes off. And what are they doing without shoes? So if it is Nepal, they have two ways of writing, in English and in a local language. which uses the script not unlike Indian, Bangladeshi, Sri Lankan. And they have steep mountains because maybe we are Gansgor. Is this Chinese? I don't think so. Gangzor. Oh, I hate to be wrong on this one because there are so many good indicators that I should be able to interpret, and I'm failing to. All right, here we go. Bhutan. Yes. Okay. Yes. Bhutan is good. It is exactly what I was missing. It is the correct location, is the correct culture, the look of the people, the presence of English is good for Bhutan. And I don't think we need to go any further to make the call. And then we'll study the geography of the area and try to memorize where Bhutan actually is. It is just north of Bangladesh. And so I said Bangladesh and Nepal, right? Give me that. Said Bangladesh and Nepal, and this is Bhutan, and these are the mountains. Alexa, cancel the timer. These are the mountains I was thinking about. The mountains that Everest is part of. What are these mountains called together? I need to look it up. Um, yeah, Bhutan, first trip. Hopefully not the last. Beautiful scenery. Helpful, very helpful signs. Love the signs. And got it just in time before the buzzer. Bookmark, and thank you for watching.